Welcome back to health class. We're teaching health by all means and by any means necessary. I'm your virtual health specialist, Sherry Griffith. They call me the health teacher.
And I'm Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, former health professional, educator, now turned technology coordinator.
Well, we're here to help you be the best health teacher you can be.
I'm so jealous because you're actually getting to teach health through the pandemic as well as kind of the hopefully the end of a pandemic. And I was not fortunate enough to be able to be in the classroom during this time because I kind of left that role right before the pandemic started. And I could only imagine now being a health teacher and how important you are to those students out there. And it was important before, believe me. But when this pandemic kind of rattled the whole world, the planet, not just the United States, not just in your community or in your neighborhood or in your school or your county. I mean, it has affected the world. And I've been dealing with, the pandemic from a technology perspective point of view in training teachers to be able to deliver the content successfully to students, whether it be, you know, um, video, audio, asynchronous, synchronous. That's my kind of my role now. But I couldn't imagine being a health teacher right now. I mean, the amount of resources out there and data out there to support um, you right now is probably astronomical. I could only imagine. So, what kind of things are you doing right now as far as being a health teacher during the pandemic?
Right now, we have concurrent learning. That is the new style of teaching where you have students who are virtual, who are at home, who are in your classroom during a live broadcast with face-to-face students. And so this can look so many different ways. It can be a small number of students and a lot of kids at home. It could be a lot of kids face to face and a small number of students at home. I've had so many different combinations of what concurrent learning is. Um, that seems to take precedence over more so the style of teaching. It ends up becoming the style of the student-centered learning environment. And so how students are now communicating today, they're communicating in chats with one another. Kids at home are sharing what's going on. They're turning their cameras on at home. The kids who are face to face, they have their cameras on. If for whatever reason that they don't have a camera, they gotta talk to the kid at home. They're sharing what's for lunch. They're sharing, and so every health standard that we have, it's so many different outlooks and perspectives of what's going on.
Wow, and I could imagine the social emotional learning part and how that's kind of playing out right now with, you know, being right in the middle toward the end of the pandemic. So now we're starting to see a lot of the effects of what March 2020 has
Wow.
started, right? So we're talking about we're past that 2 year anniversary right now, heading into the beginning of year three of the pandemic. I mean, think about it. This is the start of the third year, right? Going into year three. So we've gotten 2 full years of pandemic living, and these students not only are in they're growing up in the pandemic. My son started pre-K during the pandemic. He was starting pre-K, right? Well, he was going to pre-K that fall of 2020. He's now going to be a first grader, coming up in August. So his whole school career, he only knows how to learn in a pandemic.
Wow.
So that puts a lot in perspective. He has not had a year yet of school not being in a pandemic. It's scary, but it's real. It is what it is. And we can't go back and erase anything. Only thing we can do is learn our lessons from the past and improve and make better decisions and make informed decisions on our health. Everybody has that ability and everybody has the right to do whatever they want and please. But all we ask is that just to have consideration of that your decision does influence others.
Thanks for joining us. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people?
Just thank you for being there. Thank you for listening today. And remember to continue to educate and to be that health teacher for yourself, your family, your friends, and for everyone around you. And we appreciate you.
Health classes for everybody. Thanks for joining us. Y'all remember out there, if you don't have your health, you don't have your life. Thank you.